30 Minutes of UMoria, Show 1.
Hi there. Welcome to the journey to the bottom of the mines in Moria. Let's go.
This, the very first show of 30 Minutes of UMoria, is brought to you by the lowercase letter P. The lowercase letter P represents 29 different creatures in UMoria, one of which is the filthy street urchin. The filthy street urchin lives in the town and moves a bit erratically at normal speed. It has an armor rating of 1 and a life rating of 1-4. It can open doors and pick up objects. It is warm-blooded, and it is susceptible to frost and fire. It takes quite a while to see intruders, which it may notice from 40 feet away. It can beg and touch to steal money. The filthy street urchin.
Before we get started, let's check out the wheel source code. Okay, let's have a look at a random source code function from UMoria. Let's spin the wheel. What's it gonna be? Let's see now, and stop. Add inscribe. Add inscribe. Lives at line 73 of misc.4.c. Only 6 lines long. Add inscribe. Okay. Well, let's have a little look-see. Line 73, misc 4. There it is. Append an additional comment to an object description. And then CJS is, I believe it's Christopher J. Stewart, a person who has made many changes to this game. Alright, here we have our function, and we're giving it a pointer to an inventory thing, some kind of a type. I wonder what that means. So, what it's doing is, it's not adding a particular inscription to an item. That would be this function down here, the next one down. But this is just saying that there is an inscription on the item, I believe. Let's have a look and see where it's used, shall we? Add inscribe. Look at that. You can add inscribe ID empty or ID magic or ID damned. So the idea is that you have that little bracket in curly braces on the inventory item, and it either says empty or damned or magic. Empty would be maybe a wand or something like that. So there you go. MISC 4, add inscribe, there it is. Very interesting. So yeah, this I pointer is an inventory thing. It has a member called ident. And then we do a bitwise OR on it, so that ident gets the value of type. And type is going to be a power of 2. Alright, and that's it. That's it for the wheel of source code this time. I hope you liked it. Here's what our screen looks like. As you can see, we have the bar across the top is the operating system bar. Our username is going to be Moria. So that is a little Balrog picture right there. And right here, in the middle, is the terminal session that will play Moria in. It'll be green on black. And at the bottom here, we have our key monitor. Hit space and it says space, and so on. So, without further ado, let's start the game. Start Moria. Alright. We are playing Moria 5.6. This is the GPL version. It started in 1985, and it's pretty much the same game now. The main difference is that this runs on Unix instead of Macs. I am running a version of GNU Linux, the Fedora 17 called Beefy Miracle. Strange name. So, as you can see, we're at the prompt here. There's no sound in the game, and the graphics are all letters. It's an old game, what can I say? But boy, is it fun. So, the first thing we need to do is make a new character. Let's do that. I've played Moria a lot. The easiest way to win, I think, is with an elf mage. So we're going to go, we're not going to go with half elf, we're not going to go with half troll, certainly not going to go with halfling, so let's go with elf. For kicks we'll say female. And the next step is to select some good stats by re-rolling again and again and again and again. So let's do that. We're looking for good intelligence and good constitution. 18 intelligence would be good. Where is it? I might be rolling for a while here. Come on. That'll do. Okay, 17 intelligence, 13 constitution, and we're off. You are the only child of a green elf ranger. You have light gray eyes, straight black hair, and a fair complexion. Nice. And like we said, we're going to pick a mage. So B. Name. What's my name going to be? How about, I don't know, let's go with Yisha. Y-A-S-H-A. Yisha. Alright. This is the character info screen. You can see that we have 15 more experience points to advance. But first, we have to deal with the town level. The town level in Moria is at the top of the dungeon, and you can do your buying and selling at stores. There are 6 stores. You can see them in the center. There are 6 different stores, so they are denoted by 1 through 6. So the first thing we'll do is we'll look at, see what those are. To find out what any character is in the Moria screen, you have to hit the slash key. It's really easy. Just hit the slash key, character to be identified. Oh, 1. What's that 1 store all about? It's a general store. Easy. General store. 2 is the armory. That's a defensive armor place. 3 is a weaponsmith for swords and whatnot. 4 is a temple, mostly for priests, priest class, but we can find some useful things in there as well. 5, the alchemy shop, so that's for other potions and scrolls and stuff. Everyone finds that useful. And 6 is the magic user store. We will find that particularly useful. So yeah, there's our stores. The flashing thing on the screen is us. So I say, what is that @ sign? It's Yisha. Well, that's us. So, what else? We see these number signs everywhere. What are those? Stone walls. Good to know. And the dots? Floor. Easy as pie. Easy. So, the only other thing left on this map is the greater than sign. That is stairs down into the dungeon. Character to be identified, greater than. A down staircase. Make special note of where that down staircase is. Because if you come back here during night, and it's all black, you won't know where it is. So make special note. It's over by the 2. It's over by the top left store. The armory. Good to know. So, what else is on our screen here? On the left side, you can see that we're an elf and a mage. It says we're a novice. That is the title of the experience level we're on, which is 1. Level 1. Then we see our typical role-playing game stats. We have 0 experience points. We have 0 mana. We have 8 hit points. And we have 0 armor class. AC is armor class. The higher the better with that. And we have 413 gold pieces to spend in the stores before we go down into the mines. So, yeah, that is what we can see. Along the bottom, it says study town level. That's a strange thing to say. That's because town level is the depth we're at. We're at the very top level, the town level. And study means we're a magic user and we have a spell that we can learn. So that's why that study's there. Just a little reminder saying, yeah, you have to study now. You have to learn a new spell. So, we could do that. Or let's actually look at the list of commands that we can do. There are many. Alright. To get this list, I hit question mark. On the left side are mostly lowercase key commands, and on the right side are the uppercase key commands. We are using the Moria command set instead of the roguelike command set. So that means some of you might be used to different letters here. But we're going with the Moria set, it's the default. So let's just go over quickly what they are, what these commands mean. A is aim and fire a wand, pretty easy. B is browse a book, so you can see what spells are in the spell book. C, and then tilde means direction, so close a door in this direction. D, drop an item, so that's out of our backpack onto the ground. So we select an item and then drop to the ground. E is the equipment list, so what we have on our person. F, fire or throw an item. So that is the case of maybe you have a dagger in your backpack and you want to throw it at a monster. I is our inventory list, so that just gives us a list of what's in our backpack. J, jam a door with the spike and a direction. So you can actually jam a door so it's stuck and no one can get through, even if they know how to open a door. They'll have to bash it. The @ sign beside the J means it's a repeatable command. Sometimes you might want to jam 16 spikes into a door. We'll go over command counts, the repeatable command, later. L, lowercase l is look in a direction. M, magic spell casting. That is where we begin to cast a spell. It asks for a book, and then it asks for a spell within the book. So the magic spell key combo is M, letter, and then something. Maybe you have an arrow direction for a magic missile. O, open a door or a chest. That's repeatable because you have to lockpick sometimes. And it's directional type thing. P is for priests, it's for praying. It's their version of casting spells. Don't want to offend anyone. Q is quaff a potion. We don't have any potions to start off. We'll get to that later. We'll do that a lot though. Read a scroll, R. We'll do that a lot. S, we won't use that. We'll use the capital S on the other side for search mode. T, take off an item. So that's we take it off of our person and put it in our backpack. U is using a staff. It's similar to using a wand, but there's no direction involved. View the version info credits. V, won't be using that really. W, wear and wield an item. So that takes it out of our backpack and puts it on our person. X, exchange weapon. That is where we have a secondary weapon on our back and we have a primary weapon in our hands out front. So what we'll do is hopefully we'll get a shovel and keep the shovel on our back and a dagger or something in our hands. So that's what the exchange weapon's all about. to go up and down staircases that's greater than or less than, depending on which way you're going, up or down. And on the other side of this listing, we can see that there's a capital B for bash. So if the door is stuck or something, you can bash a door down. Or you can even bash a monster for hit points. It's readable. There's capital C for character description. That is our character description and all of our stats. Capital D is disarm a chest or a trap. We'll do this later, once we get into the dungeon. Capital E is eat some food. If you don't eat food, you die in this game, which is bad. You only get 1 life, so you gotta eat. F, fill lamp with oil. It should say fill lantern with oil. But anyway, yeah, if you have a lantern, use capital F to fill it up with flasks of oil. Capital G, gain new magic spells. This is what that study thing meant. It means you have to hit capital G to learn new spells if you're a magic user. Capital L, locate with map. We probably won't be using that one. Capital M, map shown reduced size. This is the bird's eye view of the dungeon or whatever floor we're on. Very useful. Capital R is rest. We're using that a lot. That's our most used command. Easy. Capital S, search mode. So we turn search mode on and we look for hidden doors and stuff. We use that a lot as well. Capital T is tunnel. Capital T will let us tunnel into the rock. Those number sign hash marks. And we can get gold out of the walls that way. Make some money. Capital V is view scoreboard. We won't be using that one. Equals is set our options. One of the things you can do in your options is to change the key commands to be roguelike instead of Moria. And we can change other things there as well. Probably won't mess with it too much. Question mark is this page, obviously. Moving without pickup is a dash. There's a spoiler attached to that, so we'll get to that much later. Run in a direction. We won't be running because we're very weak to start off. Get to that later. Identify a character with the slash key. We already did that one. And then there's the control commands. Repeat this last message or quit with X. Control K is retire. It means you're done. You don't want to play anymore. And we'll leave it at that. The movement is actually on the keypad. Make sure your numlock is on. And just move with the keypad here in any direction you like. And what we see here is that some P things came into view. What are those? Let's ask Moria. Slash P. Person. Humanoid. There's 2 of them. Well, if we look at our list of commands, the little lowercase l is look in a direction. Let's do that. We'll look at these persons to see what kind of persons they look like to us. L. Look in which direction? Well, that would be this direction. West. Squint-eyed rogue. Now, I know from experience that thing can kill us pretty quickly. We're not going to have anything to do with the squint-eyed rogue on the town level being 0, being at the very starting point. And next, the battle-scarred veteran. He will kill us quicker than the squint-eyed rogue. He's even tougher. So, we're very weak right now. We have no armor on. We don't own any armor except for a cloak. We'll see that in a second. And we have 2 big bad guys who can kill us. Hopefully they're not interested in killing us. So, hit escape to abort. So let's just look and see what we have in our backpack. So we hit the I key. I. That's inventory list. So, hit I. Carrying 25 pounds of stuff. There's our book of magic spells. We have some food, of course. Don't have food, we're going to die. There's a cloak in our backpack. We don't have it on. We have a dagger in our backpack. We don't have it on. And we have a bunch of torches for down in the dungeon. Great. So, first things first. Let's look at our list of commands again, and we want to wear or wield an item. That's the W. The bottom left there. Above X, yeah. They're in alphabetical order. Lowercase on the left, uppercase on the right. So, yeah, let's wear. And then it says, well, where what? And then it, over on the far left, says C to E, so, or start a list, let's do that. C, D, or E. Let's wield our cloak. Hey, we got our cloak on. And might as well we'll wield our dagger here. There, we got that on there too. Our armor class just went up to 1, you might have noticed. So now let's sneak around these bad guys, go the back way. We're going to go all the way over to the armory. What is that bad guy there? Mean-looking mercenary. Yikes. There are bad guys everywhere. We might not even live through the town here. How do I get there without waking him up? Go around this way. Yikes. Okay, we've made it to the store. We're in the store. We go into the store just by moving on to the number. Darglow the Grim runs this store. How about that? And he has a bunch of stuff for sale. A lot of it is really expensive, and we're poor as hell. So, well, not much we can buy here, so let's just buy as much as we can. There's 2 pages of stuff, so hit a B to see that other page. Let's start out with some shoes. Shoes are good. So we hit P for purchase. What do you want to buy? A, B, or C? Well, let's buy C. And now we haggle with Darglow. Darglow the Grim. So I say, oh, 3 gold pieces. And we do this back and forth thing. We come to a price. I now own some shoes. The 1, comma, plus 0 means, the 1 means it adds 1 to our armor class. Higher armor class is better. So just for 5 gold pieces, we can have an extra 1 to our armor class. This is good. The plus 0 is the bonus to the armor class. So if it was 1, comma, plus 1, it would be a total of 2 to our armor class. Alright, that's considered magical, by the way, if you have a special bonus to your armor. So there are shoes in our backpack now. Let's buy those gloves, shall we? So let's go back here. See any other gloves here? Nope. So B, gloves. There are only 1 pair of gloves. There's also gauntlets that are very expensive. So we'll go with the gloves. Purchase. A. Pretty easy so far. Okay, so we have some gloves in the backpack. We have shoes and gloves. Something for our head would be nice. Hard leather cap, only 23. So for 16 more gold pieces, we can have 2 for a hard leather cap over the soft leather cap. Yeah, let's go with that. We'll go with the J. So purchase J. Let's say 10 gold pieces. I'm not a very good haggler, I have to say. I'm kind of lazy at it. Later on in the game, we'll have more than enough gold. But for starters, it's very difficult to have enough gold for anything you need. Let's see. So we have our cap, we have shoes, and we have gloves. Now we need something on our person. So the only thing that's good there is really the soft studded leather. The brackets -1 is it's something like an indicator that you need to be extra strong and have strength to wear that. And we're very weak right now as an elf. So, yeah, we'll have nothing to do with those bracket 1 stuff. If I were to put that on, it would start making me move very slow. And other things would move faster in relation to me. So, not doing that. So let's buy that soft studded leather. Purchase K. And this is the main item that gives us our armor class. There, we got it. We still have 348 gold pieces to spare. Do we want to buy a shield? Small metal shield for 103. Yeah, let's pass. Let's pass on that. So we're going to exit. We're going to move around the corner here so that squint-eyed rogue can't see us. We're going to wield all the stuff we just bought. And as we wield it, or wear it, you'll see our armor class go up. accordingly. So let's wear the soft-sided leather. We're at 6. Hard leather cap. We're at 8. Shoes, gloves. We're at 10. 10 is reasonable. It's not great. It's not bad. I've done worse. But the good thing is we have something on all of our parts except for sheep. So the next thing to do is to go to the general store. So we just use our keypad and navigate in that general direction, trying not to wake up any bad guys, because they'll kill us right away. And we are in the store. The reason for going to the store was to get a shovel or a pick. Looking at this list of things, they don't have any. That sucks. Well, they do have some spikes that we can use to jam doors, but I don't think we'll do that. Nothing to buy here, that's too bad. So our next place is going to be the Magic User store. Kind of glide over there, and we're in. This is run by Inglorian the Mage, and we're not even sure if he's human. Human question mark? Might be a wizard. So what we want to do here is we want to purchase the next magic book, because that is the thing pushing on our finances. We have to buy all these magic books right away, as fast as possible. So let's buy Magic 1. That is the next one after the beginners. So purchase C. It is expensive. So let's start out real low. And we got it. How about that? We have 204 gold pieces left. This stuff is also expensive. We can't afford anything else here anyway. Forget it. We'll get to that later. Next place we're going to go is to the alchemist shop. Sneak, sneak, sneak over. Oh, we're in the temple, not the alchemist shop. Oops. Nothing to buy here. It's all for priests and such. I really want to go to the alchemist shop. Oh no. Look. The squint-eyed rogue is on our tail. Ah. That sucks. That means we have to make a beeline for the stairs. That's the only way to get off this level, and it's the only way we can possibly beat this guy, is to flee. So, that's what we're going to do. Wow. I'm going to sit right on those stairs. Wow. We're so weak that we can't survive on the town for very long. Wow. So let me just explain what it is we're doing here. The object of the game, this podcast, is to kill the Balrog. We can go down into the dungeon as fast as we want, but as you can see, we're so weak, we would die right away. We might die on the first level at 50-foot depth. So what we want to do is manage how far down we go, according to our ability. Meanwhile, we want to get some gold, buy stuff. We want to level up our character so we learn more spells, become stronger. There are so many goals here. Eventually, we'll pick up new stuff like new weapons, new magical things, things that let us see invisible things, interesting things like that. And we'll get all the way down to the bottom, and we'll take on a capital B. A capital B is the Balrog. And wow, is it something to take on the Balrog. We are so far away from that right now, it's ridiculous. You know, like, we couldn't even take a tourist trip down to the bottom to where the Balrog is. We wouldn't survive 10 seconds. So yeah, here we are at the very, very start. Not even surviving the town. So the purpose of this series is to capture a full game of Moria from the very beginning to the very end. And that's what we're going to do. It's going to take many, many sessions, and I'm going to record them all. It will be interesting in places, it will be exciting in others, and it'll be kind of boring in others probably, but I'll try to keep it lively, try to keep it going, something to see, something to talk about if on-screen isn't too entertaining. So, yeah, we'll do this in 30-minute sessions, that's the idea. And I think it'll probably take somewhere around 180 sessions. So 90 hours of gameplay. Yeah, that's probably about right. I've beaten the Balrog only once before with this same character combination, and it took me about 2 weeks. A little more than 2 weeks, playing all day, every day. So, yeah, I don't think we're going to be at it that fast, because I'm going to have to explain things as I go. Explain what the commands are, what the choices are in any given place. Our choices so far have been to equip ourselves with the cheapest gear, to learn well, we haven't learned the spell yet. We were going to, but we can't. Yeah, so we've equipped ourselves, we've learned how to identify things on the screen, and we've learned to stay away from these P characters on the town level. Wow, so I wonder what woke him up. Usually they're nice and asleep, and as long as you stay kind of far away from them, they don't wake up. But I guess we got too close to that squint-eyed rogue. Huh. So, normally I would like to buy a phase door scroll at the alchemist shop, but this time we can't get there. The purpose of the phase door scroll is to get a get out of jail free card, where I could just cast that and it would blink me away from that place. Maybe a radius of 10 or so, or less, squares away from the current place. And it gives me breathing room away from whatever it is I'm trying to run away from. So if you haven't guessed it, the name of the game is Staying Alive. And that is way more difficult than you might think. This game is hard. You get 1 life. I am using many save game files. I've changed my version of Moria here to save a game every turn. I will not be restoring from any of those saved games. If I die, I'm going to go back to start. That's how that works. Why did I do that? Why did I change Moria? Well, I need to change it for a bunch of reasons, one of which is to capture the screen. I want to capture it in curses. I want to capture with the script command so that I have the whole thing saved. And script command didn't work well with it, so I had to change it to work well with that. The save games are about doing data mining after the fact. After we're all done, I'll have all of the information associated with all of the state of the game, and I can ask questions of the data, like how many dungeon delvings did I do? How many times I come back up to the town? How many bad guys I killed? That kind of thing. But Scout's honor. I'm not a scout. Maybe a khaki scout. Honor. Moonrise Kingdom. Yeah, I won't be restoring any of the games. I don't want to win by cheating. Nobody does. So, without further ado, we can now go down into the dungeon and see what's there. Save our life by going down. To go down in the dungeon, we just hit the greater than key. Bam. And we're down in the dungeon. It says, you enter a maze of down staircases. You pass through a one-way door. That one-way door thing is a rogue holdover. We are now in the dungeon, but what it's saying is there are no stairs up where we are here. Although we just came downstairs, we just came through a one-way door, we turn around, and the door is gone. The door is not there. There are no stairs. So we're stranded on this level until we find stairs going up, back to the town, or down to the 100 feet level. We don't see a thing because we don't have a light source. We didn't even have time to put on a light source. So let's do that. Where, star, and where a torch, D. Your light source is a wooden torch with 4,000 turns of light. Great. That beep beep sound means we have 5 minutes left. Yeah, so this particular episode is just about done. So we're stranded down here. We put on our light source, and we can see that there's some walls and there's some floor tiles around us, and we can begin to move around. Before we do that, though, we should really learn a spell. It says study 50 feet, so let's say study. So let's look at our commands here. That's capital G. That's, capital G, gain new magic spells. That's what we want to do. So Shift G. Which spell do we want to learn? We want to learn Magic Missile because we got to kill things somehow, and we're bloody weak. So, A. There, we learned it. The study thing went away, and over on the left side we see mana 2. So, let's browse our book again. We're going to browse our beginner's magic book, A. Alright, and we can see that it takes 1 mana point to cast this spell. And sometimes it's not going to work because it says fail 16%. So this is why we might die on the first 50-foot level. Let's hope we don't. We don't even have our get out of jail free card. So we're going to move around very slowly and very cautiously and hopefully score our first kill. Before we do that, it's always prudent to see where you are in the dungeon, where you are on the floor. We know we're at the 50-foot depth, but where are we on this floor? For that, you look at the M command, the capital M command. Map shown, reduce size. So let's do that. Shift M. Alright, we're in the northwest quadrant. The idea behind looking at this is to orient your clearance path. What you want to do is stay on the outside and do the middle last. Why? Because when you're in the middle, you can have things attack you from every direction. When you're on the outside, there are safe zones. Nothing can, come at me from the north if I'm as far north as I can be. So, that's that. So let's go north. Some people do clockwise or counterclockwise clearances of levels. Hey, how about that? We found the up stairs already. Wow, we got really lucky. Look at that. Phew. So, that's a very fortunate thing. That bodes well for our character, Yisha? Are we Yisha? Let's see. Capital C. Yisha is our character. And as you can see, we need 15 experience points to advance to the next level. And that comes pretty easily because we even get experience for casting spells. The first time we cast a new spell, bam, experience. So, before we know it, we'll be at level 2, but not in this session. So we'll just move past our stairs, looking for something to kill. Very carefully, hopefully we find something very weak. And this is taking us into the center. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. Nothing up there. Let's find a room. Oh, this is harrowing. A room. We found a room, and it even has a down staircase in it. There's nothing in this room. No bad guys or objects. There is this thing. What's that? An open door. A door can be closed. A little lowercase c command here. Close a door. So C in the direction. Close. Can't close that door. It's broken. That's too bad. So let's go through our door. Went through an open door here. Can we close that one? Close. Hey, we can close that door. O for open. Direction. Open. Open. Closed. So let's go down through this door. Arrow, arrow, arrow down. Go left. Trying to stay out of the middle. Hoping to have our first kill. What's it gonna be? Big long hallway here. Nobody in that place. So we hold down the letters, being careful not to run into anything, because we're as weak as we can possibly be right now. And that sound means 30 minutes is up. So we're going to have to end this session without having our first kill. In our next session, we'll start killing things and accruing experience. Yeah, so just to make this so I don't have 0 experience points, I'm going to cast the Magic Missile spell. So, Magic Missile, which spell book? Well, A, Beginner's Book. Which spell? Well, we only know one. It's going to be the Magic Missile. Which direction? Let's cast it that way. Just in case we wake something up on the other side. Left. There. So, we now have 4 experience points. How about that? And we hit the capital R rest star to rest. And now we're back to normal. With that, I'll leave you until the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. And it's going to be a long ride, but we're going to get there. All the way to the bottom. Here we come, Balrog.